Hello, this is Julie Melly from Hammer, Montana. I was on Hammer Holly Village website, and today is Thursday, July 16, 2020. And this is always just have to see it. And there's how to show you how to making your JVC radio on my Hammer Ford Explorer 2010. Let's get started over here. What we have to see here is that you should always just make it always just did and makes you a possible person, which is hobby what's who's like radio tuners. When you get the radio stations from Sirius, this is a little problem. Figured if you press this twice, you can use the. I just have to see it that way because I just hope this gets to make you sooner or later. And with my do expert, the CD aspect of it, all I have to do is press the radio on.
We saw it at the college.
Oh, I like this song. Let's rock! Wow! My hat! Oh, Gary.
Now it's news time.
610 AM,
It's news time.
FM, and 92.5 Digital Channel 3.
The Paws Animal Shelter in Chinook nearly had to close its doors last year due to a lack of volunteers. But now it's thriving. We've got the details coming right up on your 3 o'clock news.
Speaking of news, they should always say that Chinook has pets on here because I just have to see it that way because I just said how supposed to do it because I just supposed to have to see it like that because I'll take the best thing how to you got to see it. And I got the new gas stations all finished. And I always just have to see it because I'll just have to wait and see before the news starts. And this should get your broadcasting information. I did the whisper 3 o'clock news. It's just been fine always this because I have to see about that. It'll take a few seconds. Oh yeah. Oh no, the traffics. Alright, let's see what the news looks like.
Regular board meeting is scheduled for August 11th at 6:30 p.m. at Havre Middle School. A year ago, the Paws Animal Shelter in Chinook nearly closed due to a lack of volunteers. Now, thanks to an outpouring of support and renovations to the facility, Paws manager Alyssa Hewitt says the shelter is thriving.
So we decided to take the time that we had with an empty shelter and use that for some upgrades. The outdoor kennels are now concrete instead of dirt, so that's a major thing for us.
Hewitt also wants the public to know that Paws can assist with those that can't afford to spay or neuter their pets.
And you don't have to wait for a clinic for that to happen. We can assist with those costs. All you have to do is give me a call. I can set you up. We work with 3 local vets out here, and we do that year round.
Hewitt says they currently have 7 volunteers, a trainer, and a veterinary technician helping out. The shelter has the capacity for up to a half dozen dogs. To contact Paws, call 357-3316.
Sheesh.
The Choteau County Fair Board has announced that this summer's Choteau County Fair has been canceled. The fair was scheduled
Oh my
for August
God!
13th through 16th,
It got
with the theme
canceled!
for the fair. The decision to cancel the fair was made because organizers believe Montana is unlikely to be in
It's
phase
the
3
upcoming
of
movies
reopening
right
by
here.
mid-August. 4-H events
Like
will
big
still
Disney
be held,
Pixar
but a schedule
Soul.
has not been set. This is the second mass festival in Choteau County to be canceled due to the pandemic. The Fort Benton Summer Celebration was scheduled for June 26th through 28th. The event committee was pondering holding a smaller scale event in late summer or early fall, but decided to cancel the festival altogether. Montana reported a daily record of 145 cases of COVID-19 on Wednesday. The county with the most new cases was Gallatin with 72. Yellowstone County added 27, and Flathead and Garfield counties both added 8. Other counties with more than 5 new cases include Bighorn with 7 and Cascade with 6. In total, Montana has reported 2,096 cases of COVID-19, of which 915 have recovered. A fire destroyed several businesses in Gardner, a Yellowstone gateway town, just 6 weeks after Montana's entrances to the park reopened. The fire began Tuesday afternoon and damaged the Two-Bit Saloon, the Yellowstone Raft Company, and Rosie's Bistro. Monday's Great Falls Tribune was the final issue of the 135-year-old newspaper to be printed in Great Falls. The headline read, "Stopping the Presses." The Tribune's press operations moved to Helena, beginning with Tuesday's edition. Reporting for new media broadcasters, I'm Josh Margolis.
Josh Margolis, that's right.
From ABC News.
I'm Joan Benton.
I wanted to hear that.
Coronavirus cases creep up in the majority of states and surge in several hard-hit states. Alabama Governor Kay Ivey today issued a mandatory face mask order that starts tomorrow. Ivey says ICU beds are nearing capacity in the state and numbers are heading in the wrong direction.
We're going to need everyone's help if we're going to slow the spread and turn
Mr.
these
Guy's
trends into a different direction.
In
starting to
Michigan, a
cry.
mandatory mask order is already in place, but Governor Gretchen
Hey,
Whitmer
we're
says
not-
many residents are
we're
not
not
worried
crying.
and warned it could cause businesses to reclose. She also called for a national mandate.
A federal mask mandate. That's if everyone in the nation had a mandate like we have in Michigan, like they adopted in Alabama today. If everyone had that, we could save the U.S. economy from taking a 5% hit to our GDP.
Oklahoma Governor Kevin Stitt says he's tested positive for coronavirus. He supported the president's campaign rally in Tulsa just over 3 weeks ago. Stitt today in a video conference.
I want to use my story to remind Oklahomans that if you aren't feeling
I can
well,
talk. Squirrel!
we want you to get tested.
Today, President Trump delivering remarks on infrastructure at a UPS facility in Atlanta.
We're cutting the federal permitting timeline for a major project from up to 20 years or more, hard to believe, down to 2 years or less.
The family of George Floyd filing a federal civil lawsuit today, nearly 2 months after Floyd died during an arrest by Minneapolis police. That suit names the 4 police officers facing charges related to his death, along with the city.
With this lawsuit, we seek to set a precedence to make it financially prohibitive that the police won't willfully kill marginalized people, especially black people, in the future.
This is ABC News. Well, that's not for today. This is Drew Email. We sign off on Thursday, July 16, 2020. Goodbye.